So, if you or somebody that you know is already working in the area of next generation power conservation, energy efficiency, data center design type solutions, including non traditional power supply systems to data centers, such as nuclear power centers, then this video might make resonance to you. I'm quickly going to share just one or two slides here. Okay, so last week there was one of the Google founders, co-founders of Google, had an important meeting with the U.S. policymakers where they discussed about the future of power supply in terms of how the power situation is working out. And he alarmed everybody by saying that the U.S. is about to hit a severe power crisis situation. Now, why was it? Why did he say that? He said that because he felt, and rightfully so, that the overall explosive demand for generative AI services is triggering such a landslide requirement in terms of power supply for data centers, especially the AI data centers, that he said that it is unprecedented that this level of power supply requirements might actually create a break in the overall growth of generative AI and AI services. Now, what did he mean by that, and what exactly is the solution? What he meant is that, in perspective, he said that a single data center, the AI data centers that are now being built, said the demand for power for these data centers is in the order of 9 to 10 gigawatts per data center. And to put that in perspective, he also said that a single nuclear power station that provides domestic power supply in the United States generates only about 1 gigawatt, which means to provide AI data center capability, power supplies for these AI data centers on an average require about 9 to 10 nuclear power stations just for one data center. In terms of the overall growth estimates and the rate at which generative AI is growing, it is believed that by 2030, the US requirement for power supply to these data centers may be of the order of 96 to 99 gigawatts, which means that many new nuclear power centers may need to be created. Now, this is unprecedented, and this kind of requirement has not happened before. Now, the other factor that's driving this kind of a requirement, this kind of a situation, is that the U.S. power grid infrastructure is somewhat dated. It is said that no major modernization of this power infrastructure has happened in the last 50 years. Now, this means that by some estimates, the US power grid infrastructure modernization itself is a cost of about $1 trillion and may take about 5 to 6 years for this to happen. Now, again, AI and generative AI type services is not going to be limited to the US alone, and we have seen that it's already a global situation, which means data center hubs in locations such as India, the US, China, Russia, and other locations also will have power supply situation crises that are going to be driven. Now, if you have any non traditional solutions to power design, power requirements for these data centers, then it would be of great interest because you're actually solving an emerging problem which is only going to explode. For example, a company that has been created in the US called Oklo actually creates portable mini nuclear power stations designed specifically to provide power to data centers and these kind of next generation data centers. And no surprises that this company is now backed by none other than Sam Altman, who's the founder of OpenAI. And this company has now just signed the first contract for about $20 million to provide power supply using its its patented portable mini nuclear power station just to provide supplies to data centers. Now, this is the situation at this point, and it is believed that the next 5 to 10 years we are entering the machine era, and generative AI and AI type services, including super intelligent AI, which is going to be the next wave, is going to happen. You can imagine how much of a crisis in terms of power supply we will have, not just from generative AI and data centers alone, but also from the other space like EV and other kinds of requirements that are going to modernize the planet. So I'll just say that it is not about what else AI can do. It is about what else is it going to cost us to keep this gravy train running.